Oh crap, a $25 garage door opener. Found this today at Goodwill for $25. That's a steal for a new in-box garage door opener. Now, everything appears to be with it except the code pad, because there's a sticker on the top that says no code pad. So, I can buy another one of those. I know someone in the garage door community. I can probably buy one off of them. That would work for this. And it's not really a big deal since the code pad for my current garage door opener is also broken. I've been having issues with the remotes for my current garage door opener where it seems like I'm constantly having issues with radio range with some of the remotes and so on and so forth. But besides that, it's been a great opener. I'm going to keep the power head and the rail, and I have plans on putting it up sometime in the future. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one here. I might put it up at someone else's house in exchange for an older garage door opener that they might have. So, we'll see. This one might actually go over at my uncle's house where the old wood grain Sears is. And I'll take the Sears, and this can be the new opener. At least, anyway, that's how that works. Let's just see what's all in here. Everything on this box is just like, it looks like it's been in a basement flood, so everything's practically just kind of falling apart. And it has your crappy angle iron with it. It has the free 15 remotes. That's nice. I have a single button version of one of these. There's the clip for one of the remotes. The other one's probably has fallen down somewhere else. I'll set this aside. Turn on some light. That would probably be a bit better. Got the owner's manual, which this is kind of a bigger thing to construct, so I'll probably need the owner's manual. I have the power head. I'll have to find the other remote, but let's let the power head out of here. Ooh. Yeah, we got our wires and our safety sensors in there. Let's set this off to the side. What's in this right here? We have the emergency release rope, idler pulley, and safety information sticker. I don't see the pull chain fob, but everything else seems to be in here besides that. I'll just steal the one from the other one and from the current operator. Have the wall button, which this one has the timer to close feature on it. Hopefully this one I can use the normal remote with. I'll have to figure that out. We have the belt, which is a belt drive opener. We have some rail pieces. We have the traveler, assembly, door arm. Oh, this is, I think, the other remote. If the other one isn't off to the side already, which just must be the other remote. So we'll... Yeah, so there's the second remote. We got safety beam, bracket, the other one, sprocket cover. This also looks like a sprocket cover, so I don't know what this one is. We'll figure it out. It'll tell us in the manual. I think this has another set of safety sensor brackets. Ones that I think are either wall mount and ones that are clip-on. We have a door bracket and header bracket, which I already have those already on my door, since this is replacing a pre-existing operator. Yeah, we have some different sensor brackets, which I'll see which ones work better for my need. These are pretty easy. You just put the sensor in here and then it clips on. For testing purposes, I think for the time being, I'm going to use the sensors that are already on my opener, which mine, they're mounted right up there on the on the angle iron. So I'll show it to you. So I'll show this off a good bit before I actually get into replacing everything, but right there are my sensors, which they should not be mounted like that, and literally almost all my remotes are dead. Tried replacing batteries in them, had issues with various other things. One thing I would be a bit worried about is that operator right there not being able to work with my OCS station. Some of these newer LiftMaster openers might not work with that, and it doesn't appear like this one would, but we'll see. If it doesn't work, that might be a big game changer and a reason for me to replace this and never put this back up on my door. I also have another 315 remote over here. This one's a bit used. I got this one from Mike from Florida. This opener works perfectly fine though. Besides that, I'll have to figure out what to do with the buttons if I do decide to replace it. I'm actually using a Craftsman button with it right now. Very nice. So there's that. I guess the first thing that's actually to be done is running the door down. Another thing I am actually missing on this opener that the new one will have is the bracket up there. I am missing the bolt that goes through there. So I knew I had it at some point, but I have no idea what the frick I done with it. So I had to do that. Oops, there goes one of the brackets. But here's the head I have right now. It's a custom head. This was originally a LiftMaster 1265 LM. It's had a new gear kit put in it. It's had a sectional Craftsman T-rail put on it. And a replacement board, actually, because I had issues with that. The original board, it worked for about a week, and then I had issues with sensors, so I got another board, and that one works. Now I'm having issues with remotes. So, well, I guess it's time to replace this. What I'm just going to do is, being that the new opener should have the same chassis length, I'll just unbolt that and unbolt the thing on the other side. It should drop right down. I'm also going to put some lag screws in there because I just have wimpy little screws up there because I was kind of dumb. This has been up here for 2 years now. And then those pre-existing sensors that are up there on the back hangs, I'm going to leave those there for the time being. And if I decide I want to keep the other Craftsman here permanently, I will relocate the sensors to be by the base of the door where I want them. Also, they're the same thing over here for the screw drive, which this one still has a broken spring. What I've been doing is actually continuing to run this door with the broken spring, and I just keep replacing these carriages. You can get these for like $15 on Amazon. It's no big deal. You just unbolt that, slide this off to the side, that slides out, and then just reverse that, and it works every time. So I'm back after getting some of that stuff out of the garage. And had some lawnmowers sitting here. If I can get this light socket out, that would be awfully nice. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to unscrew all of these wires, pull everything down. And I'm going to get some lag bolts and tighten up this angle iron. And then I'm going to go down there, unhook all that stuff. Then unhook these bolts here, this one and the one on the other side, and that stage I will get pretty much the operator removed. We'll also unplug our power head. So, oh, there goes that remote. Forgot I had a remote on the cord. Move this light cover. Remove that bulb. I have a lot of stuff to do still. But, yeah, I'll come back to you once I get some of this stuff pretty much fixed and taken off the operator. So we have all of our wires off up here. We have everything disconnected here, safety sensors, all that lovely stuff. I'm going to go over here. I just stepped on a pile of cans. We're gonna unhook some things. We're gonna get our door arm here, which is this pin. Actually, I plan on keeping this door bracket, but we'll unhook this, slide this back. So that can just go back over there or something. And then this right here, let's undo this bolt, which, sit here, pull this pin, this will fall. Now this part here is free. All I have to do is take the 2 bolts over there off, and then the power head can just come off the ceiling. So, and we got some Beatles playing. So, I'll be back. So we have a 1/2 inch up here, and then another 1/2 inch. They're 1/2 inch on both sides. So I have a deep well socket here to do the longer of the 2 stems, like this. And then I have this normal little socket here, and it appears that that was actually quite loose. So, it seems like the case on this opener is also falling off, but find out as we go. Let me keep this one. I'm gonna keep that one tightened up a bit, and then we'll do the same thing over here on this one. Okay, it'll be like that. No idea why there's a bungee cord up here, but there is. So we're on the bottom of the garage door opener. Okay, this stuff here seems pretty normal. We got that done. I have to find a place to set this on the floor once we get this thing down. Actually, we'll move the camera over somewhere else. So we're all the way here in the back corner of the garage. Everything is loose, ready to come down. And I guess all that's really left to do is just loosen this one up here. Okay, the old garage door opener has been set aside. Now let's get into assembling the rail and belt and stuff for the Craftsman. It is to go up on this door. So, I forgot to mention this earlier, but with this Craftsman, the sectional square rail, it's all located here in the bottom of the box. Get all this stuff moved out of the way. And actually, I think before I go ahead and start working on the sectional square rail, Well, let me pull this out first. Here's our sectional square rail. But before I start working on that, I'm going to rip into that bag. We're going to get some lag bolts out, and we're going to fix this mess up here. This is really all just screwed up. So, as a bit of a hack, I'm going to use the light cover from the old garage door opener. Put all my doohickeys in. Ugh, it has a small release handle. So, yeah, that means it might not be compatible with that wall control over there. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's find some lag bolts. We have one here. We have another one here. We have some here. I'm going to put another one up there on the header since for some reason there's only one. But we'll put two of these up at the top. Let's get this job done. We have one of them right here. Are these not 1/2 inch? That's a correction. These are 7/8. Oh, I thought they were 7/8. Did I put this in wrong? Yes, I did. I put the socket in backwards into the impact. Here we go. Let's try this again. I think I need another battery. We got ourselves another battery. I don't think this, it keeps stalling out the gun, so. What if I just try putting this in with the socket? Put this one over here so the camera is, it's not in the way of the camera. Oops, wrong way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, let's get that in there. Okay, so that's on. I'm going to actually get a screw bit. I'm going to remove this, and then we're going to run the other one up through there. Here we go. Came out like butter. This one cord here, that's running through my angle. This is for my OCS. I'll remove that for the time being. That can just go jangle around over there. Maybe if I somehow do it over here instead, we'll see. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's try to run our thing back in. Get our screw bit out. Lag bolt, and then we'll just run this up for here. We've gotten to that point where It's not working. Oh, sheesh. So this is done. Let's go to the other end. We're back and better than ever. For some reason, this piece here only has a single lag bolt in it. So we'll fix that. A 7/8 screw piece or whatever. And we'll get this done the right way. I hope this right here is the same type of bracket that goes at the end of the rail. If I can find it around here somewhere, because I know it was in one of those packages, everything should work that way. Let's start by, I guess at this point it's now just getting the operator assembled, so that's gonna be fun. So at this point, we get the rail put together on this doohickey. We got our sectional rail deal going on over here. Sectional square rail. If I can get this thing open, that'd be nice. Oh, dear. I have no idea why this is being such a pain to get out of the box. This piece right here goes at our end. We have more angle and a that was a nice noise. Got more of a cheap angle. And then this right here is our end piece. This goes at the end. Our belt runs through. This right here goes on our power head. Let's see what size screws these are. This would be the 7/16, just like the other ones that we removed. So these are. These they should have been 7/16. That's weird. But then they are 1/2 inch. Well, the bolt just fell into the rails. That's nice. So there's that. This part here is done. Let's get this rail here set up. Upside down. Try one of these other ones, because this one's not going. Come on, get your butt on there. Might have to get a hammer or something. I'll try this again. Oh, the camera's over here. So we're back. We got the rail assembled. It's a rail. I got the carriage on. I'm about to get into the manual to find out which way everything goes, the belt and stuff. See what parts go with the pulley. And then that should be probably enough for that part. And then I can start to work on getting this thing back up on the ceiling where the old one was. So we have the belt on. This chain doohickey right here, this was a pain in the ass. But I think that part there is done. I'm going to pull the stepladder back in here. We're going to lift this thing and get it up on the ceiling quickly. And I think we can start getting everything hooked up and get this thing ready to roll. So I didn't realize until I put the rail together that this piece here is upside down, but nothing seems to be wrong. The only thing I can see is this one here might hit the ceiling, but I'm not really too worried about that. Maybe a little, but we'll find out. I might have to replace my header bracket, but we'll get to that later. But everything here looks fine. This one here is a bit bigger. I think they said it was like a 3/8 or something, but it was like a 7/16, I think. Oh, 5/8. It was a 3/8, but it's 5/8, so I think it was a typo in the owner's manual. But no big deal. That's all back together. It's working now. Bring this owner's manual inside. We'll shut this door, and then we'll get this thing hung up on the ceiling. I don't really see anything else to go wrong here. Actually, I can think of a lot of things. So it took a bit of time to get this up on the ceiling, but I'm actually having issues now with the mounting. I'll show that with you. The first one is my pre-existing Sears bracket for the T-rail won't work, so I'll have to get that replaced. But also, up here, my back hangs were originally mounted like this, and I had to take them off. Thankfully, that was finger tight. But I'm going to have to come up here with some proper tools, get that pretty much dealt with, and then I can start working on running the wires over here and stuff for the buttons, safety sensors, etc. And then hopefully this one, I just found out this one's Wi-Fi compatible, so that's cool. But yeah, this thing's a bit newer than I thought because it has the Craftsman shield on the bottom of it. It's from 2016. I thought this was like a 2012 machine, so it's a bit newer than I thought, and it has the AC motor, so I don't have to deal with that stupid DC motor whine. That had an AC motor as well, but yeah. Everything here is up on the ceiling. It's kind of ready to go. I just have to mess with my mounting a bit. We'll be back shortly. Everything over here is on. It's all finger tight, so I'm going to have to tighten everything up first. Make sure everything is kind of straight going down the center. Could possibly do to be scooched over there. That's a little bit better, but we'll tighten all of this stuff up here. So we'll be back shortly. Oh, this is nice and tight. So this is looking good. I'm gonna have to do something about this extension cord. Okay, hanging it on that hook helps. So all of that should be ready to go. I'll get a door arm on this eventually and get everything ready. I'm going to run some wires, whatever these ones are. These here are my wall button wires for my buttons, so I'll hook these up first. I'll have to figure out which terminals these go on exactly, and then we'll figure it out. And then we'll get to the programming, which is pretty easy because this is just the push button digitile bull crap. Actually, what we'll do first is replace our wall button. This just comes off. We have a singular screw up here at the top, which we run out, and then it hooks in at the bottom. The new panel is pretty much about the same way. I had it sitting around here somewhere. I think it was on the floor last. But underneath it, that one goes there, and it's like a keyhole right here. The other remote's practically like this. Sets a timer to close on it. You got the learn switch, lock switch. I don't know what the on and off is. I think it's for timer to close. Got our activation button, our status RED, and then our motion light sensor, which I'm probably going to leave the motion sensor on because I honestly would like to have light in here whenever I walk in at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And the light output on these machines are really good. So let's get the other wall button removed and then get the new one put in. It should be very simple, just some terminals. So we're over here where our light button is. Let's get this dingus out. There goes my remote battery. Which I want to try to save. That's still a good battery. Got our 2 buttons here on the back. So yellow and black are the 2 that we're using. So white is black, red is yellow, just to let myself know. Red's yellow, and the other one's black. And by the way, if anyone's wondering, this is the model 41A7569. So red is yellow, so we'll hook that up. And then our white is black for some reason, because I guess that's how I wired up the old one. Oops, that's out. May have taken that one out a bit too far. Just... if I can get a DAS in there, that would be quite nice. This will run up through this part right here. She'll do this side. Which eventually I will come back and get everything all nice and fixed up here. So this, I'll have to get this fixed at some point. But wall panels installed. That's nice. Let's go head back over to the operator and we'll get some stuff done up there with the wiring. Got everything wired up. I'm going to get a light bulb shoved in over here on this side so we can see what our light status and crap is before we really go on a bit too farther with everything. So we'll run this in like so. So we'll pull this ladder back a bit more, and then we can get this plugged in, and let's see if our wall button is wired up correctly. Okay, so that looks good. How's our wall button doing? Okay, that's fine. I guess let's just get the limits and stuff set up. Not really sure what I'm doing, because it seems like something is a bit off here. Okay, now we're in limit setting mode. We got this. Not getting anything out of my safety sensors, so I'll have to check those out. So, got some stuff going on the right way. This carriage here is incredibly cheap, by the way. I will mention that to anyone that does get one of these, just to let you know. But we'll try to get everything all tightened up and stuff. I think this has the foam inside the case too. Let's go over our wall panel and see how everything's going over here. Because, yeah, so I'm having some sort of issue right now with my safety sensor wiring. But if I do hold the button down, it does travel. You can't see it because the track and fan are in the way, but you can see the traveler right there. If I let go of it, it will stop and then reverse, and then it will flash. And that means that something's kind of like, so let's figure out what's going on with these safety sensors and see why they're not working, and then I'll get back to this later. So I believe my polarity was reversed on the sensors, but we have power going to both sensors right now. Let's see if it's going down by itself, which that's a good thing. We'll get our door arm on there, which I think is still on the old opener. It's right here. So just pull this pin, we'll get that on. I want to reuse this one. So that's fixed. I just want to see if any of these remotes work. The batteries in these are probably all dead. Or these remotes aren't even compatible with this operator, but we'll find out anyway. I don't think these are the right remotes, but yeah. So, I don't even know why I was messing with the one that wasn't even programmed. Let's see how this goes. So the up limit's a bit far, but no big deal. So let's run it down from up here. I think my down limit's a bit too far, but no big deal. This thing sounds awesome, though. This thing barely makes any noise. I love these AC motor belt drives. I prefer these way over the DC motor ones. The only pro, I think, to the DC motors is the battery backup, which is nice if you have a garage, like in detached garage that doesn't have a man door, and you need to get into the garage. I feel like that would be smart, but yeah. Ultra quiet belt drive. They're not lying about that. I'm going to try to get a battery and a remote now at this point. I'm going to get a light cover on that side too, because I don't think I'm done with this area over here yet. So, I think I'm right about the free 15 remotes not being with this operator. I'll put a new battery in this one and still try to program it. So, having an issue with that, obviously. And, this is the remote I got with it. There's another one like it somewhere lying around here. But I believe the picture on the box depicts the newer style remote, the ones that came out after these. Here's the other free 15 remote. Can try programming it again. I feel like if I would hit the button, I would see some form of flashing of the status LEDs. I'm going to try to get this to hook up, most likely if those free 15 remotes won't work with this. It's Security Plus 2.0. Therefore, if it's Security Plus 2.0, those won't necessarily work with this operator. At least that wall button there. So quiet though. I love that. What were the remotes that came with it? Yeah, it's those ones. So, yeah, that won't really work with this operator. And I can see I have my operator off a little bit. So, yeah, I think it needs to be scooted over a position. It's fine, it works. I think. Really nice operator. How's the force adjustment on it? Yeah. Two fingers. That's really nice. 2-finger force adjustment. We'll try the see if we can get the 1 minute timer to close to work. For some reason, like, this top part is like likes to get stuck here, but there it goes. Screw that. We'll mess with that again later. Let's see if it closes or not. Probably turn this off to avoid copyright. And it should have a closing door alert. Eventually, sometime now. I think it's been a minute. It's still not closing. Unless the function's broken. Oh, now it's working. There's the closing door alert. If you're wondering why the one light bulb went out, it's a outdoor LED, like one of the ones that's on a dusk to dawn timer. It's a bit weird. The only reason why I put it in here is because the light bulb likes to turn off after it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So I put it in here because it's still a somewhat okay bulb. And it works in a garage door opener. At least the old one anyway. I might just throw it over in a Genie and swap the CFL or LED or whatever over there into this one. So, yeah, I can have something that works a bit better. This also has the motion sensor. So if I turn that off, it should work. Now it's working. So that's a feature I really like about it, is the motion sensor. I think this is a bit faster than the old operator as well, so that's really nice. So that's cool. Let's have a look at this thing running down from outside. Perfect. This video will probably be over an hour long. There it is. Okay, it's bothering me now, my OCD or whatever it is. I don't like how it's off-centered, so I'll fix that, I think. What I might just do is try to just adjust that piece of angle over to the next slot over and see if that works. Find out. But I think this will end it off for this video. I'll make another video if I ever get some remotes or something for this. And a code pad or whatever, any other accessories. So, yippee.